Okay, ladies, so today we are going to work on designing um, in silhouette. Okay, so I want to design, uh, let's see, what I want to design. I don't know. We're going to say a baby onesie, okay, because then we can use this for um, the onesie that we need to sub later this week. Okay, so um, what we can do is start with our background, what we want it to look like, right? Let's see what we got. You guys know I have plenty of stuff in my library. So, let's see. For a baby onesie, we are going to let's do something a little fun here. Um, let's see. Um, what's something for a baby? Babies don't really watch Peppa Pig. That's more of a bigger kid thing. Hmm. Let's see. Here, we'll use her. How about that? I'm just gonna double click her. And let's see, she doesn't have a background or anything. She's perfect to put in there, right? So I'm gonna make her a little bit bigger because I like to do all my designs. I make them bigger so as I'm designing, I can go ahead and edit um them and I can see everything and then I will shrink it down to the size I want it to be. Okay? So, she's a little plain, right? So I want to make something um that's gonna stand out and pop, right? All right, so I'm gonna go to my library. All right, see what we got. Cause like I said, I have a lot of stuff in here and a lot of stuff I can use right now to make this design. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple of tricks that I use. Once I find what I'm looking for, right? Okay, here. We're gonna use this splat. So we're gonna merge it. And somebody said that they couldn't merge files or whatever. And it might be because I have business edition for silhouette. I'm not sure. Um, but that could quite possibly be. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna change the color of this, but I already know what this is gonna do, so I'm not gonna tell you. Just watch and see. Now you see how that turned into a block? All right, that's not what I wanted to do, right? So I'm gonna go back. Now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna make sure it's highlighted, and I'm gonna go over here and trace. And I'm gonna trace the area. Okay. So when I look for these little splats, right, and I can't find the color I want, but I found the shape of it that I want, I'm gonna trace it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit trace, right? Now I'm gonna remove that blue because that's not the color I want. So now I'm gonna take the piece that I traced and I'm gonna change the color of it. So what color do I want it? I'm gonna make it a bright pink, and I can do that. Boom. Now I'm gonna go here to the lines because remember that outline is still red. So I'm gonna go here, change my outline to that pink. Now she's ready to go. So now I have this right now. I'm gonna copy this. So I'm just gonna duplicate it, right? Oops. Come on. So I'm gonna duplicate it, and I have two pinks, right? All right. Well, I don't want two pinks. Well, maybe I don't want two bright pinks, or whatever, right? So I can do a lighter pink. But maybe I want the pink that matches her dress. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this little dropper here, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna click her dress because that's the color I want. That right now you see how that color popped into my recently used colors. So now I'm gonna click this here and I'm gonna turn that color. Okay, so that just turned the outline of it. So now we're gonna turn the main part of it. Now we have our same color as her dress. Now, you see how I did that? So now, because what I want to do is I want to put this behind her, but I don't want this pink to really overtake um the brighter pink because I don't want it to kind of blend in with her too much. So I'm going to make this bigger, right? Well, not really that big, but that's okay. So I'm going to click her, move her out the way a little bit because I want to move this around a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to click her. My computer is just not wanting me to click stuff. All right. So I'm going to bring her front. Now I put her on top of that, right? So I can either bring my brighter pink over some more, or I can bring my light pink over some more. And so I can make another pink and duplicate that, right? So if I wanted to do, so we're going to send this one to the back. Send it backward. No, click it. Send it back. Because we want it to go behind that. So now you see how I did that? So now I got the pink, bright pink, and I got a light pink, and then I got another bright pink. So that way it kind of doesn't blend all together. Okay? And so now say I want to I'm gonna make her a little bit bigger. I'm gonna change the direction of my paper only because I feel like I just want to make sure let's get this out of here. Why is this doing this? Let's delete that. Let's move them over, right? Now, I know it's off of my paper, but that's fine. I'm still designing. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my font here and I'm going to say, I think I'm going to do birthday. I'm going to say birthday. And let's see. We're going to make this the bright pink. And bright pink. And of course, I'm going to change my font, but that's what I want to do right now. So I'm going to duplicate this because I don't want to change my size. Okay, now you see how that's blending in there? Well, of course, I don't want that to blend like that, right? And I might not want my birthday uh, to look, to be blended in either, right? Maybe I don't want it to look like this. I want to change my font, right? Uh-oh, we moved her over. So now we're going to change our font, and you can select both, right? Uh-oh, I didn't select it. Come on. No, let's select that and that. All right. Well, let's see what kind of font we want. Yeah, I don't really dig that. We can use this one. I kind of like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move this over here a little bit, right? And we're going to move Prince up. We're moving her down. We're going to move Princess. Move Princess over. And we're going to do an offset. So we got our offset, right? And we're going to do our offset in, I think we'll do black, because in the black we'll make it pop, right? So we put that in there, right? See that? Now we're gonna do the same thing here. Offset it, and then we're gonna change our colors. Make that black. Oh, so, and if you wanted to, what you could also do is take one of these flats and we can duplicate it again. And you can make this one black. And we'll send this one to the back, right? So then you got a mixture of your colors in there. Let's move her over because maybe I can move this around a little bit. We'll send this to the back again. Okay, so that gives us our little black piece. And then we'll move her in. And there I have my birthday shirt. And I can do a number of different things with that, right? I can change um I can add another black in there. Um I can do a number of things here. So to make it a little pop a little bit more, and I can move this pink over a little bit because maybe I don't want that out there so much, right? And I can put another black in there if I really want to. Let's see. Let's duplicate this one again, and we'll make this one black. We're gonna send this one to the back. We'll move this. We'll move her over. So we'll move our pink over. Move that pink over. Move this black. Okay. And so you can also, you see how all of them are going in the same direction? I can rotate this. And so it gives it a little bit of a different look, right? So I can do all these things with this and make an awesome. Gotta select both of those. I forgot I didn't weld it. Oh, I got the other little thing behind there, but that's okay. But you get the point. You can take this out and make it a little bit less. You can put more in. You can do whichever you choose and make this a super dope design um, to sell to your customers or whatever. And you can just move these around and create something awesome. Now you see how I just did that and it works. And so then all I gotta do, shrink her down to make sure she fits on the page. I don't know why that just popped back at me like that. Oh, that's too small, but you can do it like this, okay? So that's a design you can do, right? And then here, I'm gonna do another design with you guys. I'm gonna show you one that I had done for my daughter. So let's go to the library. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Computer's moving extra slow right now, and it's irritating me so much. Like you can look for these different kind of things like this. It's like here I got this little smoke, and it's multicolored, so you can use that and make your designs like that, right? Um, trying to see. I had a whole little design for my daughter when she turned 4. So I did a Peppa Pig. Okay, so here's the little George character, right? So here, I took this. So I put that in there. Okay, okay, now let's go back to my library. And I took this. Ah, that was highlighted, guys. I always forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. Unhighlight, because it likes to move it in there. Okay, so unhighlight it. Now merge it. And now you see I got the little white line around there, so I gotta remove that, right? But I'll remove that once I get my other stuff in there. So, let's see what else I used for her. Trying to find everything, guys. Oh, I must be up somewhere because I used the pepper. Okay, and then got my juju. Don't mind me, y'all. That's what I just call my little baby. I call her Juju, short for Jalea. I don't really know how I came up with Juju, but that's my baby. I can't. Oh, here we go. Okay, so as you can see, all of these have something I need to remove, right? So I'm gonna trace this bad boy whenever it acts like it wants to do it, right? All right, trace, and you can move it off of the screen to do this, right? Just gonna trace it, and you see how it is, like it's just that red. So I'm just gonna do it like this here. I can make it white, right? Or what you could also do, you can trace, right, by color, like this here. right? And then I can do all areas. Oh, if I do all areas, then it selects that too. So we'll just do here. Maybe we can just do the outline of it. Nope, it's doing that thing. So we'll do is fill. So we'll trace and detach it. And sometimes this takes a little bit, right? But it's okay. Now you see how that's gone. So now I'm gonna delete that. Uh oh, I made it make. See, that's why you gotta move it off your thing. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, now I'll go back to this bad boy. I'm gonna trace and detach again. Select the trace. Oh, I'm gonna do this guy. Trace by color. And you gotta have it on. This little guy gotta be on here, or you can. I could just do it like this, right? It just depends, like how I want this cloud to look. Uh oh, I'm shrinking it. Dang it. Let's go back. Okay. So, all right. So now we can just trace and detach the whole cloud, right? Okay. Now we'll just take that like that, right? And we don't need the black, right? So I'll delete that. I'm gonna delete this one. That. Get my juju from back there. And because I separated this a little bit, I can weld that back together, right? So now it's back as one piece. So now I'm gonna trace by color again. Uh oh, I get this little guy on here. And I'm gonna trace and detach. And done with that, right? So now here, this one, we're gonna trace it. But remember I told you how to do where you trace it and you make one like this whole image of yellow. That's what I'm gonna do here. Okay. I see I went a little too far. Now let's trace it and detach it. You see it still didn't fill it in because that's all white stuff, which is fine. Now I'm gonna delete that. Now I'm gonna bring her forward. If it didn't work, I didn't click it, I guess. We'll just send him backward. How about that? Okay. And we'll take this guy because we need him to send it backward again. Okay. And then I'm take my picture of Miss Jalea. Okay. So I have a font, I think, for Peppa. Yes, I do. I have the Peppa Pig font. And I don't remember where I found it, but I can look for you guys. It might be on the font. I honestly cannot remember at this moment because this was literally a year ago that I made this. Okay, and then remember my clouds. So I want my clouds on there, right? And it just depends on how many clouds you want. I'm just gonna do a couple. Let's see. Bring that print. Alright, and I'm gonna make this 4 the same color as Peppa. And so I can move her over a smidge and I can leave the 4 over here, or I can move that over, or I can make this smaller if I want to make that smaller, right? Just so I don't cover up her face. And I can make this bigger if I want, so you have more of her name. It just depends on your preference on what design you're going for, right? But there you have it. There is my design for Miss Jalea. And that would be what I would use for her shirt. Okay? And all you would need to do is when you're ready to print this, you would group it, right? Because you don't want it to move when you're working, right? So now I can resize this the way I want it, right? Okay, so I like distorted her a lot, and that's not what I want to do, right? So let's fix that. All right, so depending on the size shirt you're trying to do, you're gonna have to do multiple pages, right? So here, what I would do is I would take the little knife tool and I would cut her image. The knife tool is here. So I would cut her image, right? And I would take her, well, I forgot when you do that, it does ungroup it, right? So you gotta remember to get it all together so you can regroup it like that, right? Because then this is gonna be separated now too. So you'd have to regroup it. And then you take those pieces and you print the one you want to print first. Okay. And so then once you print it, you would have to make sure you line it back up, when you get ready to press. Okay, so there is your design for if you're doing a birthday shirt. And here's your design for a baby birthday shirt for a onesie. So that's how you design, guys. If you have any more questions, be sure to ask them, post them, and I will get back to you and answer them.